Hey Pat, you are already here. You do not have to stay and watch me. This is pretty much just like I'm not staying live till New Year's or anything. Trust me, I'm not staying live that long. Hopefully 30. Tactics is also live. He's currently on the TV. Turn his ass down. He ain't doing nothing really. He's playing with a damn CC tool. Poor Tactics. I don't know what the hell he's doing. At this point, he's just wasting money. Them damn CC tools ain't worth it. They just ain't worth it. Now, for anybody that saw the video, the bed is currently being used. We may or may not sneak in there in a little bit just to let you see. But yeah, my wife kind of going to bed, so that's kind of why I didn't do that live. I was half-ass planning on just doing that live, but then she was like, "No, I'm tired," and I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm just gonna do it, but I'm gonna make a video." So got two shorts out about that. I had to split it up for time's sake. I was hoping to get it all in 3 minutes on a time lapse, but that didn't happen. Uh, for those of you that haven't seen it yet, I did manage to get it with the Gen 4, but this exact bit from the Ultimate Fit set got stuck in the Surge. Gen 2, Gen 2 Surge, it got stuck in here. Clearly, I got that one out. I got it, but I'm thinking just from the high velocity, I had wound up using these. I just kind of pulled it out of there, but like it was stuck. Like I could pull this, but the bit wasn't coming at all. So watch out for that. For those of you that get the Surge, just be careful on larger fasteners. It's not meant for that anyway. I just wanted to, you know, give it a little bit of a test. And you do get to see it in the video, not me messing with it, because I kind of cut that out. But I also paused it like right when I really noticed that it was stuck. Because I tried 3 times. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And then I was like, nope, pause. And then I started messing with it. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's actually stuck. Well, let's go get the pliers. Worst come to worst, I would have just like I do have it warranty, so I mean, worst come to worst, I would have sent it in. But if your bit ever gets stuck, you should be able to just yank it out of there with pliers. I do got a bit stuck in a Hyper Tough from one of the very first impacts I ever bought. But it's okay because it's a quick change bit, so you can just stick all the little ones in there. And it is my daughter's. She rarely uses it, but when she does, I just grab a little bit and stick it in there. Every now and again, you might need like some extra length, so you can just chuck one of these in there or something. But for the most part, it is what it is. Hope everybody is having a good New Year so far. And if you are tuned in, I do appreciate it. Yep, got about 20 people. So, want to go take a peek at the bed now that we got a few people in here? How do I turn this thing around? Yeah. Currently being used, but it's up and running. All up and running. Grab those. All up and running. You tried out your flex nailer. What'd you get to do with it? Anything fun, or you just shot it around? 'Cause that's definitely what you need to be doing. just shooting it around. Well, let's see. How do we? Oh well, that only did that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's just do that. Yeah, let's just do that. Oh, that was fun. I, I, I got to time out my first person. So, oh no, no, not you, Pat. Not you. Not you. Either way, I got to do something for about 30 minutes. I really didn't do much today at work because it was a half a day. Did a couple of work orders, checked on a couple of things. I go back Friday. Tomorrow, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do tomorrow, but I'm going to find something to do. I'm at least going to start on something. Trying to think. Oh, I got my first check from my second job, so may or may not go get 20, 30 bucks and some lumber and start that dollhouse. I do know I mentioned that before, and I haven't started on it. That again, due to money, but 20, 30 bucks isn't going to kill me. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, I can at least start on it, get one side built, maybe buy the hinges, get those put on. Because, like I say, I mean, I want it to close, but I don't want it to like collapse or anything. I want it to stay like a normal dollhouse, I guess. Like I was thinking, I didn't really want to close it, but I think for space sake, it would make more sense to have it closed. Still keep it about 6 foot long. Just do everything at a instead of like a 1-to-1 scale. Just do it like a 1-to-1/2. If that makes any sense to anyone, it makes sense to me because of the way I'm doing it. But so instead of cutting 6 foot boards, just cut 3 foot boards. You know, like just half. That's where we're gonna start. Try to keep everything. Try to keep it all, you know, symmetrical. Yeah, that word. Yeah, yeah. There's no sense in wasting time off. I mean, dude, 4 hours is 4 hours. And for your dad, I'm sure he had to work a whole day. So, I mean, that's 8 to 10. I'm not even totally sure how many hours he works. But if he had a half a day, then it's a 12-hour shift. That's a 6 hours. You know, I'm not. I'm not sure if it's 10. That's 5. But however he does it. Hour of border, 70 hours. Each is great. 8 hours times 70. Oh, 70. 70 hours? I'm not gonna ponder on that too much. But if it's a 2 week schedule, wouldn't it be 80? Wouldn't it be 80 hours? Is there 10 hours unaccounted for that you guys just don't know about? He lives a double life. That would be hilarious. But I doubt it. No, I don't know his schedule. 70 hours is still a lot. Probably just means anyway. Oh yeah, $70 an hour. Yeah, dude, he's a friggin' doctor of like 20 years probably. So I mean, Makes sense to me. Definitely makes sense to me. So, Pat, you're not doing anything crazy for New Year's? You're not going to any parties or anything, buddy? I'm surprised. You should be doing something. You're young. You don't have a family to look after. You're, you're the young one. You need to be out adventuring. Tomorrow's 19 years. Yeah. No parties. Damn, dude, that sucks. You need to find one. I guarantee you there's one in New York that will let you in. Just go walk down the street. just walk down the street. You'll find something. I almost guarantee it. Might not be exactly what you're looking for, but it's definitely something. So, I wanted to see. Yeah, it's about equal to the wobble that is in the surge. And this is a bigger extension, but yeah, it's about even. Yeah, it's about even. Now let's do it on the. Okay. What did I do with it? Damn, I think I left that in there. We'll just use this one. This is the one that came with the set. Well, to be fair, those are probably some of the best parties you could ever go to. Uh, if they have to get shut down, that means you're doing something right. And usually the after parties from there are better than the party that was there because it's less people. You can actually talk to other people. Uh, I know you're young, but eventually you're going to get out of the house. You might want to test the waters before you just suddenly jump right into it. Is all I'm really going to say. But it's a good option to think about. It's definitely better to go now, learn what not to do. And by that, I don't mean start taking things that you're uncomfortable taking, but I do mean you should figure out how people operate at these things. And if it makes you feel any better, drinking's legal, so there's probably going to be alcohol amongst a wide range of other things there. I mean, it's New York, so be prepared for a little bit of everything, dude. I mean, fuck, acid, shrooms, every pill you can imagine from every movie you can ever think of. I mean, it's basically just a small Project X, just until it gets out of hand. Those are the better parties, at least. Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, I would hope you've drank before, but I mean, dude, that's just that's actually the tip of the iceberg. I mean, I doubt you've. I mean, I don't know, but have you ever actually like gotten drunk? Whiskey, yeah. Like getting drunk with friends for fun is completely different than just drinking with your dad, though. Like he's probably just trying to get you to open up, to be completely honest. Drinking amongst friends is where you really see who your real friends are and shit. Oh shit, it's Jamie. Hey buddy, Happy New Year's. Yeah, it is about 10 o'clock. Hey, did anybody watch Stranger Things? Like, I'm pretty sure that's why Tactics didn't go live until when he did, because he was watching Stranger Things. I know that's why I waited to start uploading shit. Speaking of which, Jamie, you should go check out the bed frame if you haven't already. I don't want to go on another rant about it, but I finished it up. I added a couple more boards, took the sag out the bed. Uh, you actually get to see it. 'Cause I know I've talked about it a couple of times, but I mean, it's a damn good bed frame. Yeah, that's right. For Pat, it is like so close, dude. You're gonna be up for New Year's, yet you're not at a party. You should really think about like sneaking out tonight or something. I mean, I'm not saying roll your vehicle on neutral out the garage or out the driveway down the street and then crank it to where they won't hear you. I'm not saying to do that because that's not what you should do. But if you did that, you would probably have 3 or 4 hours to yourself. You know, definitely put a limit on your fun because you do need to get back. I'm sure you have family shit to do tomorrow, but dude, go have fun. Please, for the love of God, for once in your teenage life, go have fun. It'll be worth it. And to be completely honest, you probably won't. I mean, as long as you don't like wreck it, you know, like don't get sloppy fucking drunk or anything, but go have fun. Or just have somebody pick you up and then say you'll drive their vehicle back or whatever because you seem to be that friend that like watches everything he does, which is great. You know, everybody needs that, but you can have a little bit of fun, dude. The dogs would bark. Okay, well they can pick you up down the street, dumbass. Like you don't have to get picked up from your window. You're not Cinderella or whichever the Rapunzel. Yeah, you're not Rapunzel. Yeah, see, Jamie knows cars used to work that way. I'm pretty sure I can push mine on neutral. Like as long as you have the key and you turn the battery on and you put it in neutral, like you should be able to push the thing. Spotlights. Okay, down the street. Do you not walk? Like, dude, like I know you're scared to have fun, but like you only live once, dude. You will get in trouble, but I mean, you are old enough to not get your ass whipped, so like I'm sure you'll just get grounded. But what a way to start the new year, man. I mean, fuck, it's only a month, right? I mean, I mean, I'm sure Jamie has a story of once or twice where he snuck out and then got caught, but it's okay. I know I've got a few, and yeah, I got my ass whipped. But that was whenever I was younger. Like once I was like 16, they didn't do that shit anymore. 15 actually. Like yeah, the next time after, like the first time I was like 12. and I snuck out and went to my friend Jake's house. Both of these I went to my friend Jake's house, but I snuck out when I was 12. I went to his house. We hung out for like 3 4 hours. I went back home thinking everything was okay. Walked through the door, immediately just like got snatched up. Like, where the fuck have you been? Like the whole nine, dude. Like the whole fucking nine. Like, yeah, it was crazy that time, and that stopped me for about 4 or 5 years. And then the next time I snuck out, it was a little better. That same situation, but without the whole "Where the fuck have you been?" Like it wasn't that. When I got back, they were just like, "So where the fuck were you?" It's like, "Oh yeah, I was with Jake. We were just hanging out, same as before." It, that was it. Like that was actually it. They were just like, "Well, if you're gonna start doing this, there is a curfew. Don't get caught. Yada yada. Like we understand you're getting older. Like that might be the talk you get this time. Might be 50-50 chance. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm not your parents, but when you get older, you start having a nightlife. As long as you can maintain your grades and shit, I know I wouldn't be mad at you. Again, I'm not your fucking parents. It'll be dinging loud, probably honk 3 times, so get far away before closing the door. See, yeah, too loud. I have to be good this week. I might get a truck Friday. I get that. I get that. Yeah. I'll say we'll give this probably about another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to get out of here and give you guys a chance to go watch that. And Tactics. I know Tactics is live. He's on the TV. Still doing dumb shit. I think he's messing around with that CC still. If not, congratulations. Hopefully he threw that piece of shit in the garbage. God, I hope he threw that thing in the garbage. Yeah, so you'll be 16. Like, yeah, so you need to start having some kind of a nightlife. Some kind of something besides talking with us until fucking 1 o'clock in the morning and then going to sleep. It's locked down at Pat's. There's plenty of time for hijinks. I mean, yeah, basically, especially once he gets that vehicle, which they will take away. That once it's there, dude. I mean, I'm not saying to immediately go do stupid shit with it, but you know, definitely start talking to him. Bring up the fact that like hey, I am 16. I do have friends. I do have great grades. Because I'm sure you have, if not all A's, there's one B somewhere floating around, probably in PE. But I would imagine you would get at least half of what you want, like some kind of a compromise. Like if you say, like, look, I want to start staying out till 10 o'clock. They'll say no, 9:30 or 9 o'clock, and you'll say I'll take that. Like that's something. And then from there, once they see that you come home on time, because you'll need to, you'll probably be able to extend your time after a month or two of doing it on time and never being late, never being drunk, never being high, or at least not getting caught. Because at some point you're going to experiment, and it's perfectly fine. I know you said you probably won't smoke it, but there's other ways. They've come out with drinks that's infused in food. There's gummy bears. There's all kind of chocolates, and make sure you actually get the weed ones. If you look like, don't just grab one, because they started making them with shrooms and everything, and that's not what you want to do at first. You don't want to open your brain that much at first. If you ever even go that route, just be safe with it, and don't take shrooms when you're too young. You need to wait. You need to at least be 21. Like your brain needs to be fully formed. Do I understand Arabic? Uh, Certain words from being around certain people whenever I was in the army. We actually did have a couple of Arabic folk. We had one that was attached to my basic training unit, and then we had two or three. It was, no, one in basic, three in AIT, and then there was one in my unit who didn't speak it, but he could like kind of understand a couple of the letters. So I understand random words. I can't read it though, like at all. Like at all. I can't read it. I don't understand it. I mean this very respectfully, but it looks like scratches to me, which is kind of just what it is. But that, besides the point, that is an entire language I'm not trying to make fun of, not trying to bring heat down on me. But yeah, words I can hear them and randomly understand them. Not all of them. I don't really speak it at all. Never really tried. I've been to a couple. It wasn't a mosque, but it was somewhere where they worshipped. I sat through a couple. It was like singing, dude. It was just one guy up there. He was basically singing the whole time. You stand randomly, like in any religion. You go to church, you stand randomly. But at random points, you would stand, and then whenever you would sit, this guy, he would just start singing, and you couldn't help but pay attention. But that's the way the language works. I understood that whenever you're talking about prayer, it sounds like singing. At least that's the way that the chick that I was sitting next to kind of put it to me at the time. She was breaking it down. She was like, "You look like you are so lost," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to understand the religion," and I don't. I was young. I was 18 at the time, so I went with a couple of friends in basic. We sat through the worship. I don't want to call it the wrong thing, but we sat through the worship, and it was. And again, I don't want to make it sound like I was bored or anything. I was trying to learn. So when I say sat through it, don't take that the wrong way. I'm just, you sit, motherfucker. You sit and you learn. So that's what I was doing. I was sitting and learning. But I learned more from the chick sitting next to me than that guy because he was singing in Arabic, so I really didn't understand anything, and she was breaking it down in English. She was just talking about like, yeah, okay, so open the Quran, we're gonna go here, and then he's gonna read probably this entire page, and then he's gonna talk about that. And then whenever he would actually talk, he would talk in English, but he would only speak the language in Arabic. So I can't remember exactly how many I went to because in basic it was 2 months, so that's 8 weekends. I went at least 4 times, but I might have went more just to kind of escape the nonsense for 30 minutes and just somewhat listen to music, dude. Like, hey, look, man, you don't hear music, all right, for 2 months, and I didn't go for the first 3 weeks, so that first 3 weeks, it was like no music other than cadences that you sing while you're there, marching, running, shit like that. But that to me was the bee's knees when it came to what I got to listen to in basic training. All right, it was either that or I mean, everyone's been on the internet. There's some guy that sings the cadences and that was in the army. Hopefully, he's not just some army brat. Like, he looks like he was in the army or still is. So, if anyone wants to hear the cadences that we would occasionally sing, just go listen to that guy. I'm not going to be singing cadences on here. I'm not doing that at all. But I will say I can kind of understand it. I also, uh, I, I've kind of gotten used to not anymore, but I used to be used to like how they would speak, so I could understand the dialect of this is a normal tone, this is their fucking angry tone, like you know what I mean? Like I could kind of understand the difference there, like so you could kind of tell when you were pissing them off or whenever they were just upset in general. Uh, Generally, those people, I will say the ones that I met through basic, through AIT, and while I was in Iraq, generally they were all happy, and that was all they wanted to be was happy. They were not trying to be angry. They never wanted to be upset. But I mean, that's everybody. Every day you try not to be upset, because once you're upset, it just draws attention to yourself. So I think on an army base, they were gonna not try to draw attention to themselves. Behind closed doors, there's no telling how the fuck they really were. Dude, I never really went behind closed doors with any of those people. But it's been a while since I have looked at these comments. Whoa. Three gods, but we have one God. Okay, yeah, see, I did not want to get that far into this. In the comments is one thing, but I don't know if I'm going to jump that far into it. Okay, yeah, you've said you weren't going to touch weed because it smells like ass. And that's why I brought up the food, the drinks, and everything else. Like, it is infused in everything. Do you understand Arabic? That's where this spawned from. Hello, hello. Part Arab, so I kind of understand some stuff from being around. Yeah, like, whoa, Pat, you look whiter than me. How the fuck are you part Arabic? What part of you? Your dad or your mom? I hope you're still here. What part of you? Your dad or your mom? I'm a Christian and I'll stay a Christian. Let me set this down. Come to the religion of Islam. Yeah, see, part of why I wanted to learn about it. I'm not really religious anymore, but I do love studying religions. Uh, I and I will say this, the Islamic religion is kind of what got me into studying religions because I already knew Christianity. That's kind of embedded into every American. But studying the Islamic religion from, I think I started whenever I was about 15, 16, because I just wanted to know the difference. Like, why do we hate these people? I do not hate you people, but at the beginning of the war, we all have to agree we hated each other. So we've come together now, and generations have passed, and we all see, there's no sense in hating each other and killing each other anymore, for the most part. We're still over there for no reason, but that's my opinion. The government would disagree. Government would definitely disagree. We're over there for something. Same God, but I believe in Jesus. You have three gods, but we have one God. Yeah, because you call Muhammad a prophet. You also called Jesus, this is very loosely here, I believe the Quran also called Jesus a prophet, not, he was Jesus, but I believe you just called him a prophet. I don't think you believe he was actually the Son of God, and I could be completely fucking wrong there. Correct me if I'm wrong there. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. I don't want to believe that for too long. It's been a while since I've actually looked into this shit. Holy Trinity is what we call it. Jesus is no God. Jesus is no God, and I don't believe Jesus. Jesus always called himself the Son of God. I don't believe he ever called himself God. So, there's that. And then Pat, one God, three persons. Boop, there's that. Jesus is God in human form. There is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit all in one. Yeah, like mind, yeah, okay. Your uncle grows it, and you can get it for free if it's that. Yeah, okay. Three persons equals one guy. Well, he explained that. I can't help that. That's everyone knows what time it is. My dad is 50% Lebanese. Mia Khalifa. 50% Scottish. Yeah, okay. So you are part. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Tools. Tools. They're sitting right there. And to be fair, you have been sitting on that for this most entire time, like whenever you were here. But I'm looking through this shit. Christian, I am not religious. I I am not religious. I grew up Christian, and the army kind of stole all of my belief away. I will just blatantly put it there. We are at 36 minutes. I said 10 minutes like fucking 15 minutes ago, but I got sort of on a rant. So we'll keep this going for a few more minutes and then we'll get up out of here. But yeah, I'm not religious at all. I don't mind looking into religions and I love looking at different things here and there, but that's just days like today. There's going to be probably a point at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning where I am just up, bored, and I'm kind of cartoon conspiracy theoried out, and I'm not getting on a rant about that. But if anyone wants to see what I've been diving into at random points in the, just random points in the day, Alex Bale on YouTube, for those of you that don't really give a shit and you would like to look at conspiracy theories about cartoons and you think that maybe SpongeBob is just a TV show underground being filmed because you've seen the cast and crew randomly when they notice them they run away. uh, he has a theory on that shit. That's his job, believe it or not. He does cartoon conspiracy theories. He's got one on Barney. I recommend for those of you that grew up with Barney, like Jamie, if you're still here, I know you grew up with Barney, whether you want to admit you watched it or not. You know what the hell I'm talking about. Go watch the Barney one, dog. I about pissed myself laughing at that shit. But then there were certain points where I'm like, this guy is on to something. And I really think you should go check that shit out for anyone that's interested in just cartoon theories and things like that. And for Pat, specifically for Pat, because I know you've seen this, you should go watch the High School Musical theories. I think you will die laughing at his theories about that. Wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob because it made me act retarded. Well, yeah, yeah, I can see where that shit made a generation of kids act retarded, but so does Blippy. So there's that. I mean, everyone knows that dude is on meth. Dude, he is whacked out of his mind. It's hard for me to do it. Give me a second here. Like when he gets like that, dude. He, bruh, I turn that shit off. I don't allow my daughter to watch that bullshit. But if you have kids, and I don't recommend Blippy, because that shit started rubbing off on her. She started geeking out and shit. I was like, oh fuck no, dude. Like, nope, not doing that shit. But yeah, SpongeBob was one of those. I could see the laugh for sure. I mean, fuck, it's aggravating, but to be fair, he's got some good episodes. I like the band one, the one where they play the Bubble Bowl. That shit was cool. They got not Metallica, AC/DC. I think I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong, but they got one of the older bands, and it might be AC/DC, to sing the song that they sang. That was really cool. See, yeah, Blippy is a tweaker. Like, yeah, we agree on that. He's 100% tweakified. Christians believe that he died, but we Muslims believe he was taken up to heaven. Got to be talking about Jesus. Resurrected 40 days later and then ascended into heaven. That, well, that's the same thing that he said, but you're kind of saying it different. And you're also not talking about the part where they did crucify that man, and they did throw him in a cave because he was perceived as dead, but 3 days later he walked out of the cave. We know that he walked out of the cave because that's what it said in the Bible, or at least the version that I read. It said that they closed the cave, they came back 3 days later, like they put a heavy fucking stone in front of the cave, and then 3 days later the stone was moved, nothing was in the cave. So we just, but then later in the text it then says, from I guess from his point of view, that he got up, he walked out of the cave. So was he taken out of the cave, or did he get up and walk out of the cave? Because what happened after that was, yeah, people started seeing him again. So what, was he dead? Was he alive? That's the mystery. And the only people that know are people from back then. And they're all dead. So do we really need to get into that? We're going on 42 minutes. Like, I tried to get us off of that subject completely, but here we are. We're back on it. Yeah, you believe he walked out. You believe he walked out. Everyone believes he walked out. That's read, like you're saying, read the gospel. Like, everyone that's read it believes he walked out because that's the words that's in there, and we're supposed to take everything that is in this book that's been rewritten 1,000 times in multiple different languages in multiple different time periods. We're supposed to take it as gospel. Think about that. I'm not saying to challenge your faith, I'm just saying to think about it. I mean, it was originally written, last I checked, it was originally written in Sanskrit. That was the first known text. It was all written in Sanskrit. I could be wrong. Again, I'm not in front of a computer or anything, and I'm going based on memories from like years ago. I haven't looked into this in years. So don't take my word for it. I'm just memory. Yeah, Jesus was definitely proven to be a real person. We have found like actual bones from Jesus. They're somewhere. They're in a museum somewhere. There's somebody's got bones of this guy. Like, we have found him. We have dated it. We've with DNA and everything. Like that has been, yeah, he has been proven to be a real person. There's too many accounts of him for one to not be real. I mean, fuck, everything from his birth has been goddamn documented. It's just we don't get every piece of document from every day. We just get random pieces of documents from random things that he said. I mean, Pat, do you know that how many books are not in the Bible? Like, how many books were removed from the Bible? Like, there's books that have Jesus as a teenager. There's books that have him while he's doing carpentry. There's books that have him. I mean, dude, you just have to like start with the Book of Enoch. All right, just start with that one, the Book of Enoch. Just start there. That will fucking get you way into this shit, and you might end up in fucking Italy one day, and maybe then you'll finally talk to a woman. It's been too long. I had to joke with you. But yeah, dude, there's plenty of books that were removed from the Bible that talk about Jesus and his life and him growing up. There's a story about him talking about how he does not want to be Jesus. Like he was a kid. I think he was like 12, 13, like really just hit puberty. And he was talking about how like he doesn't want to be him. He doesn't want to be the savior. He doesn't want to do all this yada yada yada. Like you have to understand Jesus knew his fate. If that book is accurate, Jesus knew his fate from a very young age, probably from birth. He knew one day they are going to kill me in the name of God, and I don't understand why. So his entire life was him coming to terms with one day I'm gonna die. Just like everybody else, but I mean, god damn, did he die in a very gruesome fucking way. I mean, that's been depicted every which way imaginable. I mean, Mel Gibson himself said, like, I hope everyone understands that this is what he went through. We tried to portray this as well as we could. That was his exact words. Probably while he was on a lot of cocaine, but that was his exact words. So, Jesus, Jesus didn't predict it. Like, I don't. He knew it, man. And like, there really wasn't a plan. It just. That's where people get the idea that your life is already written in stone. Everything you're gonna do, everything you're gonna say, everything you're gonna think has already been planned for you. You just need to go with the flow. That's where people get that idea from. So please don't get that stuck in your head. I believe he knew because just in the same way that God talked to other people, he talked to his son. But I think he talked to his son a lot more. A lot more than we were led to believe. I mean, wouldn't you want to be there for your kid's birth? I think he was somewhere, and if he was anywhere, he was there in spirit. Which maybe he told his son, something cool, like that a dad would say, like, get ready. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I mean, you got to think, dude, God's a hell of a motherfucker. I mean, look at how many people die. Everyone that comes here, right? I mean, everyone's gonna die someday. So, I mean, that's a hell of a way to be. Create something just for it to die. But anyway, for those of you that stayed, for those of you that came, I do thank you. It's been fun. I hope everyone has a hell of a new year. I know I'm not going to be getting into too much tonight, but tomorrow I'm going to try to start posting some cool stuff. I'm going to try to get into something. Go cash that check if possible. It is New Year's, so I doubt. I mean, there ain't going to be no banks open, but Walmart should be able to cash it. I'm going to go get some lumber. Go do some stuff. We'll have some fun. We'll do some things. I will see y'all later. Boop. Boop.